I'm Saeed, Head of Technology at Lancashire Teaching Hospitals NHS Foundation Trust. So I'm responsible for all technology at two big hospital sites here at Lancashire Teaching Hospitals. I look after the IT service desk, cyber security, all the data center teams and the network teams across two hospital sites that look after patient care and over 12,000 computers across these two sites. May 2017, I remember that day well. I think that was the biggest cyber attack in the NHS ever. So I remember I had a day off, I was getting my car serviced and a phone call from the bosses saying, I think you need to come in. We've got a big problem. Majority of the computers weren't accessible and they all had this red kind of alert on them saying you've been hacked and you need to pay us money before we give you access to your computer systems back again. So me being head of technology, I had to stop what I was doing and drive into the hospital and then just join a crisis that was unfolding in front of our eyes. Over the first hour or so, we quickly worked out that no matter what we did, we couldn't just shut the internet or shut the hospital because the virus was already in our computer systems. We soon realized doing calls across the region and joining national calls with national cybersecurity centers and the government that it was a nationwide attack on the NHS. From a clinical system point of view, 99% of systems were always working and patient care was never really compromised because majority of our protection worked, but not all of it. The biggest fears we have is now we have equipment like the Da Vinci robot. So that's connected onto the computer systems and works through a joystick. And I think the biggest fear is, can you imagine if somebody hacked that robot while you are on the operating theatre and what damage people could do if we never had adequate protection in place. So since 2017, a lot of work has taken place, a lot of investment and a lot of controls have been put in place to ensure that we never get into a position that we were in 2017. It was one of the most frightening things that we ever took part of. And for us in IT, the world just stood still. I think the best thing about my job is working with all types of different people, making sure everything is connected and works safely, and seeing some amazing work in our blended learning team, our 3D modeling, using HoloLens technology, augmented reality. That's sometimes what people don't see as part of hospital technology. We have Xinlin, who produces some amazing 3D modeling, using some amazing software. This is specialist software that we have to ensure we protect. It doesn't get copied, it doesn't get manipulated, it is safe for our technology educational team and other people to use safely.
I'm Xinlin. I'm an XR content developer in blended learning team at Lancashire Teaching Hospital. I do 3D modeling and animation, virtual reality development, and 3D medical printing. For example, we receive a CT or MRI dataset from surgeons, and then we will import those datasets into a software to extract the 3D models we wanted. And then once we feel that it's suitable for 3D printing, we will 3D print it. It's for medical education, for medical students to know what it looks like from an anatomical perspective. I learned fine art when I was at high school. So I learned a year like drawing, sketches, painting, and then I chose to study product design for my bachelor degree. And then I found this Master of Science program because I always want to create my own games. So I love playing games. And I think it's very interesting to combine science, games, technology, and art together. And this is why I'm working now, so which is very, very ideal.
So my career started over 25 years ago. When I joined the hospital, there was one computer connected to the internet. That is it. In Chorley, I still remember people had to book slots to use the internet. I'm still an engineer. I'm now designing big, large-scale cybersecurity networks, data centers, setting strategy of how not only a hospital, but how a community will use technology across hospitals across the Northwest and using systems securely. So it's just part of evolution. I'm only 45, okay, I'm 50 next month, but I have been part of how the internet, how computers started and where we are now. And where I work in a hospital environment, it's just an extra bonus really, seeing technology come together to help patient care.